did they connect with the comics? Did Archie's mean a lot to them? Did they know what the gift that you were giving them?
No, they found out. Like some of them.
I'm guessing their parents probably were more excited, right?
You know, some of them had read it, some of them knew their parents were thinking, and some did not know. But when they went home and they were like the Archies, then they realized the magnitude of this. And now they are all Archie heads. All of them. Yeah.
What was the shoot like?
The shoot was, I mean, we spent 4 to 5 months in Ooty. And it was unbelievable, and you realize how much you miss green spaces in the city, because we were in the middle of these trees and these hills, and you shot 12-hour days, but you didn't get tired. I mean, it's the shoot. There are many variables. We had a lot of problems with weather, and I mean, it's like every day.
Do you have a favorite memory? Remember you on set? Yes, we
not all the time, but I did go down. You know, it was Murphy's Law. So everything that could go wrong went wrong. So you know, it's logistics. It is a big cast of crew. Then there was COVID. Then there was, you know, we were going to another country to shoot a part of it, and there was civil strife. So then we had to move. The rains came, you know, they broke some record of 100 years and came early. It always happens. So,
Actor got COVID, cameraman got COVID, costume department, full costume department got COVID. So
and the rest of it was like, you know, Zoya has very fond memories of the shoot, and I'm glad one of us shoot. I was very harassed throughout. When you're producing, it is a different cup of tea. So yeah.
You know, the thing about the film, and I want to ask what that's like on the set, there is, like you absolutely correctly said, there is an innocence, there is a naivety, there's an idealism. It almost harks back to a time before. Those things just sadly don't exist in the world anymore. But when you're making that with a cast that doesn't know of that time, you know, what's it like on the set? I mean, the beauty of the film is that it's just such a simple story. These are just such simple characters.
Yeah, like the story was really simple. Their conflicts, their heartbreaks, everything is very, very simple and not very big, high stakes or high drama. But there were many funny things that happened on set. So there's one shot, and Betty, who's being played by Khushi Kapoor, has to pick up the needle and put it on the vinyl, and which is the record player. So we're there behind the camera, and I see her picking it up and putting it into the center where the paper. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, isn't that where the music comes from? I'm like, no. Okay, and you realize how young they are. And Archie had to pick up the phone and dial, and it was there. And he's like, so what do I dial first and then pick up? I'm like, what? Okay, and I'm like, how old am I? This is like, I was like, you've never used it? He's like, no. I said, but haven't you seen it in movies? And he was like, no. And it's like, it's really cumbersome, man. This is like a stunt. You know, like things like that. Because then you realize how the world has just changed.
Yeah. Did they, by the end of it, and now I'm guessing, you know, with Netflix putting their strength behind it and sort of making it this massive global release, have they realized what they're lucky to be a part of?
Of course. Of course. I mean, and it's like, and it's not 7, it's actually 9 kids. There's also Moose and Midge. But they don't have the main stories, so they're not, you know. But for them, it's like, it's their first outing. So all of them, and they're a big gang. So it's very exciting. They're very nervous. We're 2 weeks away now. Suddenly it's hitting them that this is it, you know. So yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, but I'd like to add, we are lucky to have them too, because they've been a great bunch. And you know, even though they're Gen Z, there's something about all of them together. I mean, apart from being seriously hardworking and you know, doing this so well, they're also like a really tight-knit gang that has the qualities of the original Archies. Yeah.
You know, when I was watching it, again, it's when you're seeing Miss Grundy and you're seeing Mr. Weatherby. I mean, those just take you back, and they're sort of, you instantly have a smile because it just reminds you of the best years of your life, I suppose. Were there things you knew you definitely didn't want to leave out? Were there characters? Did you? I can't even remember. Are there characters? Were there more characters in the comics that are not in the films? In the film?
Yeah, there are characters.